So they actually did it, guys. They actually did it. A game that I would have thought was either a joke or some bizarre parody is now very real. And it's called Relooted. I'm sure you already seen the trailer and the response to it. What is this? What were they thinking? Imagine this. You pitch a game where the entire premise is let's make a crew of African characters stealing museum artifacts. And the world is supposed to just applaud it because what? It's reclaiming your culture? Is this what we're doing now? If I had tweeted this idea as a joke, I'd expect people to laugh, not take it seriously. But nope, this is an actual real video game, guys. The idea behind Relooted is that you're stealing back African artifacts from a Western museum. Yeah, the Great Colonizers. It's a heist game that's wrapped up in post-colonial messaging, and the devs think, for whatever reason, that they made some kind of profound political statement. But spoiler alert, guys, they didn't. They did not. So let's start with the basics. The trailer dropped and it's gotten absolutely ratioed into oblivion. Just taking a look at the YouTube announcement for it off of IGN's page, you can see there's 407 likes to over 3.3 thousand dislikes, and they're getting trashed in it. You can see Concord may have died, but its spirit lives on. I can't wait to feel what it's like to steal with the swagger of a young teenager. Came for the comments. The modern audience is going to love it. All five of them. You can tell this game's idea, which pitched around 2020. The Foot Locker level is going to be fire. We store artifacts in some I mean, it's just getting destroyed. And the game looks like garbage. Just to skim around the trailer of it, you can see you're literally just looting and stealing artifacts in a museum. Who thought this was a good idea? Who thought this was a good idea? It's getting destroyed, guys. People aren't stupid, all right? They know what this is. It's not some empowering cultural statement. It's cringe-wrapped activism disguised as a video game. And Epic, shame on you. Epic Games for pushing this. Shame on you. And again, I gave the trailer a watch. What did we get? We got vague motivational voiceovers, a dusty warehouse, and a line that genuinely says, "Is it stealing to take back what was already stolen?" Like, oh my gosh. Come on. Is that your gameplay pitch? Are you really doing this? And then we get to the characters, guys, and I'm not trying to be rude here, but they look like they were designed by someone whose only exposure to African culture was a Tumblr post. There's bright colors, ceremonial outfits, someone's wearing a literal crown. It's like the devs Googled Wakanda aesthetic and ran with it. And let's talk about that. Who actually made this? At first, I assumed it was yet another case of progressive white devs trying to save a culture that they don't belong to, but no, it actually turns out the team is mostly black South Africans, which honestly makes this even more confusing, because if this was your chance to showcase African creativity, myth, design, and depth, this is what you made? A loot game? A literal loot game called Relooted. That's like bare minimum creativity right here. You couldn't come up with something that actually highlights African legends, folklore, architecture, music, heroes. Instead, you went with stealing shit. Does nobody that's outside of that bubble that made this game, everybody but you guys could see how crappy of an idea this is. So let me be clear. I'm not offended at all by this. I'm actually very quite entertained and humored. You had all this opportunity, right? And you ended up making an anti-Indiana Jones, where instead of saying that belongs in a museum, you're getting a no bro, that belongs in my duffel bag type of thing here. And of course, the people had it right, all in the reactions to it. Matter of fact, let's take a look at on X, because X is where the real shenanigans took place. And shout outs to all these people I'm going to call out. I put Laugh Out Loud. Worski from Kino Casino put Dear Lord. Pirate Nation put what exactly the target audience for this. Epic Mike, oh no baby, what you doing? Disgusting put the thought process that must have gone behind this game is probably like. Smash JT said ain't no way. Jeremy Prime with the George Floyd meme, he would approve. I mean, you look at it, Flash, everybody. Powder Keg Greg, Kaida with the laughing, Sir Savvy with the confused emoji, Tebow with... You're getting the point, guys. Literally everybody gave a big, that's a yikes for me, dog, when it comes to this game. I have no clue what they were thinking with this, but this looks like this is going to be the new target for the foreseeable future of all of us laughing. Again, the modern audience did it again when it comes to video games, and they're going to continue to do this, and no surprise, this game will absolutely flop. It will flop. This is exactly the kind of content where you have to sit back and think, who was this made for? Right? Oh, who was this for? Because it's not for gamers. This is not for Africans. It's not even for progressives. I would say that much. How can you not feel secondhand embarrassment watching this unfold? It's just awkward all around. They literally made a game about theft and looting and tried to dress it up as a culture reclamation type of thing. And the irony is unreal in this. It's like trying to fix colonialism by gamifying more crime. That's what it is, right? At the end of the day, they are literally gamifying crime with this. And of course, it's being published by Epic Games, right? Of course it is. Now, look, I might play this. I might actually play this just to check it out. Not because I think it will be good, but because I need to just look at this train wreck of a game. This is going to be a train wreck. Like I said, we got blessed with Dustborn. We got blessed with Veilguard, Shadows, just to name another one. It looks like we're still going to be getting these banger hits, right? Where there's literally no kind of logic or sense when you're dealing with these people that want some kind of DEI-infested video game. And now they're just pushing the limits of how, I guess, retarded they really are. I'm almost at a loss for words, but this is not surprising at all. And again, I'm not going to play this because I think it'll be good. I just need to see how deep this rabbit hole goes. Now, I don't even know the price of this. Hopefully it's not like a $70, $80 game. I don't even know the release date, but this looks like it's going to drop on PC and Xbox for sure. So if it's a Game Pass game, great. I don't gotta pay for it. And eventually it'll probably hit Steam. And if it's cheap enough, I'll stream it for the memes, guys. But if you're wondering whether this is the kind of game that brings positive attention to African culture, don't kid yourself. Okay, this is not cultural pride. This is, like I said, almost a parody of itself. And you gotta stop and think, what were these guys thinking making this? This looks absolutely terrible. Embarrassing at that. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. Don't forget to like or dislike on this video. Help get that engagement out there. Subscribe if you're brand new. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching as always. Peace out.